Hi, Mahmoud. Thank you for submitting your essay typed. Looking forward to reading it. This is about ex-prisoners. Let's see what you wrote. Okay, many prisons all over the world are designed mainly to handle criminals without the and transform them to normal and productive people. However, these people sometimes are not qualified efficiently to advise teenagers as a result to their criminal history. I believe that they are the best people to awake the teenagers' awareness of crime's dangers. Okay. Um, I really like the first sentence. The second one has some issues, so we really need to clean it up, make it grammatically correct and clear. Let's see how we can do that. Um, it's a little strange. Like, okay, look at this. So these people are not qualified as a result of their criminal history. Let's clean up the grammar before we do anything else, okay? So, however, these people sometimes are not efficiently qualified to advise, with an S, teenagers as a result of their criminal history. Full stop. I believe that they are the best people to awaken, with an N, teenagers, know the, and then it should be S apostrophe, awareness of the danger of crime, or the dangers of crime. Okay, so that's at least a little better. We've made it grammatically accurate. However, there's still something strange here. So you said that they become normal, productive people, and then this just seems a little odd to me. And I'm trying to see how we can make it flow a little better in your paragraph. Um, why don't we do this? How about this? Take a look at this. Let me read it one more time, and I'll give you my suggestion here. Many prisons all over the world are designed mainly to handle criminals and transform them into normal and productive people. Despite this, many people believe that ex-convicts are not qualified to advise teenagers about crime as a result of their criminal history. Full stop. Yet I believe they are the best people to awaken teenagers' awareness of the danger of crime. Okay, so that's how we want to do it. So this needed to be clearer. Like, why are you showing this contrast here when, and further down in the sentence, you're actually telling us they're the best. So make it clear that it's the belief of some people, even though you yourself may not hold this belief. And then it works a lot better. All right, so let's keep going. On the one hand, many former prisoners without the of have not do not have the ability to advise, with an S, teenagers to do good things in their life. That is because they might have huge depression feelings and their previous evil motivators control their personality. Therefore, I think it would be beneficial if they could talk to adults under parent supervision. For example, in Finland, the government holds a public conference every year in which under 17-year-old people attend with their parents and listen to some of the former prisoners. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this was fine. I mean, we corrected the grammar a little bit. Do not have the ability to advise, with an S. This, for me, I felt needed a little explanation. Also, we have to clean it up grammatically. We don't say they have huge depression feelings. You could say they suffer from depression. Okay? That is because they might experience depression. Okay? Also, this was a little awkward. Their previous evil motivators. It's not really it's not really a set collocation and it's not an expression we would use in English. So I kind of want to change that around a little bit. Let's say that is because they might suffer from depression and may still, let's see, have maybe, I'm trying to see, I know what you're trying to say, but I'm just trying to express it in a more IELTS appropriate way. Why don't we use the word antisocial? So they might suffer from feelings of depression and antisocial behavior may control their personality. There we go. That's high level appropriate language there. Okay. I thought you might have been able to say a little bit more about that. Okay. So for example, just an extra sentence here to explain like how this could be damaging. Okay. And then you could say, I think it would be beneficial if uh, the ex-convicts could talk to, and I don't mean adults here, I think you mean teenagers. That's where some of the confusion came in. So therefore, I think it would be beneficial if the ex-convicts could talk to teenagers under parents' supervision with an S apostrophe. And I think that works a lot better. Okay? Let's move on. On the other hand, to think about the advantages of meeting that kind of people, I think they can advise people that committing a crime would deprive one's freedom, as someone could spend 20 years of his life in jail just as a result to one day's evil thought. Okay, you've got a really interesting, complex thought here, but it's too much for one sentence, so you really have to break it down into pieces that are more manageable. So let's see if we can do that. On the other hand, let's see. Regarding the advantages of meeting those kinds of people, I believe they can advise, with an S, teenagers that committing a crime would deprive one of his freedom. Full stop. For example, someone could spend 20 years of his life in jail just as a result of one day's, no dash here, evil thought. All right, and now here you need to say that the prisoner can express this kind of thing to a teenager, and it's really, it could really hit home. So you needed an extra sentence here. So and then you could say this kind of life-changing information could possibly influence teenagers. Okay? Then, in addition, the feelings of regret, there's a word for this that I want you to know. I mean, you probably know it, but this would have been perfect here. Remorse. The feelings of regret, there's one word for it, remorse, and it would have been lovely here. So, in addition, the remorse they have would definitely scare anyone and prevent any, I don't know what you mean here by this word, any motivators, and would prevent any potential criminals from committing a crime one day. For instance, a social study has been published recently in France showing that the serious crime, no apostrophe S here, no S apostrophe, has fallen by 0.5 to 0.2% of people as a result of such campaigns and conferences. Okay, so you can see that we have to make some changes here, some grammar, some vocabulary, and even some development. Okay, so in conclusion, prisoners might have great influence on youth after finishing their sentence, despite not being valid advisors because of their previous mindset. In my opinion, they might scare people from wasting their lives in prison by talking about how they had struggled just to get the day of their freedom. Okay, that's fine. I liked your conclusion. It was, look at this sentence. I mean, it's really rather complex, but I thought you handled it well, and so that was really nice. Um, I liked it. I liked your conclusion. I already talked to you about some of the other areas that I think need a little work here. A little bit of task achievement, a little bit of grammar, a little bit of vocabulary. All of those things really need to come together. More accuracy, more natural language, and ideas that are kind of expressed more clearly and developed a little more fully. All right, so Mahmoud, that brings us to the end of the essay correction. I think you're on the right track, but you need to pull everything together. And I think that you would find some further support really helpful in order to progress in IELTS and get the score you need. I want you to take a look at the packages and the options that you have to work with us in the future. I think that you'll find the online course is going to give you just such a wonderful structure on how to produce really coherent and really well developed essays. I really want you to look into that. I think you'll find it a great, great resource for you. I hope we get to see you on one of our programs in the future. I want to wish you lots and lots of luck.